Hey guys, today I am filming the intro for my Project 10 Pan Spring Edition. I had a lot of fun with my winter project pan, but I am so ready for spring makeup and spring weather, so I am very excited to work on all of these items. And I did already start using some of the products. I started using some of the lip products. Everything else I've tried to hold off on. I am filming this intro late. I'm filming it on the 12th. I've been behind on videos, so I've already made a little progress on the lip products, but that's it so far. And as always, I do call these Project 10 pans, but I will add in a lot more products because my goal would be to hit my goal on at least 10 of the products. So I'm actually going to be starting with 16 items. I know that's a lot, and I'm doing a lot of layering, and there are reasons why I have this many things, and then I actually already have some roll-ins in mind, but I don't want to jump the gun on them because I've definitely done that in the past. So without further ado, let's get into the products. My first product is something I'm going to use as a primer spray. This is the MAC Fix Plus Lavender. This is just the little mini bottle. It has 1 fluid ounce of product. I'm starting right here, so I've already used this a little bit, but I don't go crazy with this, so it might take me a decent amount of the project to get through, but I don't mind. And then I have an all-over face primer, and this is a rollover from my winter project pan. This is the Becca First Light Priming Filter. And I am all the way down here, which is fantastic. I should probably be able to use this up in 5 or 6 weeks, and then I will roll in a new primer once I'm finished with this one. Next, I wanted to add in this little foundation sample. I have not used this yet, so I hope I like it, but also I'm working from home and I'm mostly just putting makeup on to film videos, so it can't be that terrible. This is the Bare Minerals Original Liquid Mineral Foundation. This is a newer product. I have the shade number 3, Fairly Light. So that's what the sample looks like. It comes with 4 mils or 0.13 fluid ounces of product. And what is pretty cool is that it does have a little paddle applicator, so that will make it a little easier to apply on my skin. I was figuring I would just put a Q-tip in there, so this works much better. I know I'm gonna get through this quickly, but I do wanna try it out. You guys know I love putting minis in projects, and I don't want this to be sitting around when we get to July and I'm gonna put up a makeup inventory update. So I wanna get this foundation out of my collection. Next, I have 3 different kinds of face powder, which is insane, but if you guys have followed my project pans for a while, you know that that's not that uncommon for me. I'm a very oily person. I like to combine a lot of things. So the first powder would be the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder in 5 Fair. I absolutely love this. I have this one that's open and 2 backups, so I would like to use this one up. And loose powders are so hard to measure, but I am about halfway done, and I am going to be using this to set my under eyes and to set my face. I absolutely love this powder so much, and I haven't used it in a while, so I'm happy to start using that again. The next item is another rollover from my winter project pan. This is the Maybelline Superstay Better Skin Powder in Tin Porcelain, and this is all I have left, so not too much. I think I can finish this by my first update. The powder I have left is like pretty thick, but I think I should get through it pretty quickly, and if I do have any chunks break off, I will put them into like a loose powder container and crunch it up and use it like a loose powder. So I will make sure it doesn't go to waste. I do have a backup of this that I plan on rolling into this project once I finish this one up. I would like to use up both of those this year, which is why I started on them at the beginning of the year, because even though it doesn't look like you get a ton of products in here and the pan looks small, it takes a very long time to get through. So I usually will apply this one all over with a sponge, and then I'll take some of this powder with a more fluffy brush to apply it, so I'm not taking on too much. And my third and final powder I am the most excited and nervous to work on. This is one of the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powders. This is from the Unlocked palette, and I am going to be using this shade Soft Light. And this color is too dark for me to use as an all over powder. So I am going to be using this to highlight the center of my face and on my cheekbones, kind of like how I was using the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Glow Powder in my winter project pan. That's how I plan on using this. I'm gonna play around with a couple different brushes to see what I like best and what fits in these pans because they're so small. And I have a goal of hitting pan on this. We'll see how long it takes me. It's pretty domed up even though they're small. So my goal will be to hit pan on this one. We'll see how it goes. I haven't worked on an Hourglass powder before. So like I said, I'm very excited and very nervous at the same time. Next, I've got some bronzers. So the first one is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the bronzer shade. This is where I'm starting out. This was something I tried to use up last year. It didn't happen, but I made a ton of progress. So I have a lot of pan, and the product along the sides isn't super thick, but it's not super thin either. But this bronzer, after I repressed it, got very powdery, but I am not going to cheat and blow away the powder kick-up. I'm not gonna do that. I wouldn't be able to feel good about using up the product if I knew I blew half of it away. So I'm trying to go in lightly with my brush and then use any of the kick-up around the rest of my face. This is actually very pigmented though. It seems like after I repressed it, it was even more pigmented. Because I'm so fair, I can't go crazy with bronzer. So my goal is to finish this completely by the end of the project. I really, really hope I'm able to do so, but we'll see how it goes. Then I'm also adding in my Benefit Hoola bronzer. This was in my winter project pan, and I am rolling this in to use as a contour. This shade works so well for me, and I do think it will be a nice contour color. This is where I'm starting out. I'm nervous about this one because the Benefit pans in general are pretty shallow looking, but the product just takes me forever to get through because it's so tightly packed. And even after I repressed it, it did not become very powdery. So this is where I am now. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, I'm gonna use these in combination. Physicians Formula as my bronzer and Benefit Hoola as my contour. I'm really, really, really gonna hope I can get them both used up in this project. If not, I'm gonna continue rolling these over into other projects because I'm very, very determined to finish my project pan bronzers this year, because I was hoping it would happen last year and it didn't. But I'm like, listen, I'm only gonna work on these for 2 years because I've been neglecting my other bronzers. And in 2022, I just want to rotate through the bronzers in my collection and use all of them. So these, I have to finish this year, but I'm not going to cheat. I'm not gonna do it. My last face product, you guys know I love to throw in so many face products, is this mini of the Milani Make It Last Matte Finish Setting Spray. I haven't tried this one before. I've only tried the original. This is 1.18 fluid ounces or 35 mils. I haven't used this one at all yet. Of course, it's opaque black packaging. So once I use this once, I'm gonna see if the sprayer is nice. If it is, I'll leave it in this packaging and I'll just weigh it so that I can show the progress that way. If the nozzle is not that good, I'll put it in different packaging, probably some old containers of the Smashbox primer water, and that one's clear, so I can measure it that way. So I'll let you know how I'm gonna measure it, but I would like to knock out another facial spray from my collection. I'm excited to try this out. You guys know I love matte products. Then for eyes, I have 3 things. The first is a Laura Mercier Caviar stick. This one is in the shade Intense Rose Gold. And this is all I have left. I will mark it on a piece of paper so we can track the progress. That is not too much at all. I did put another Laura Mercier Caviar stick in my winter project pan. I wasn't successful with it. I didn't meet my goal, but I had a lot more in that one than I did in this one. And this kind of shade goes well as a base under tons of different eyeshadows. So I do think it's possible for me to use it up. In the past, I have scooped out all of the product down here to feel like I'm fully getting my money's worth. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that this time. And these, oh, this one's not yet. Okay, these almost always break from the base. So the nub, if it comes out, I will squish that into a jar to use it up, but I don't know if I'm gonna scrape it out. We will see what happens, but if I can just use up the product that's like easy to access from the stick, then I will consider that to be a goal met. And the past 2 years, I think I've been able to use up 2 cream shadow sticks each year, usually like 1 mini and 1 full size. So I want to keep that going. So I need to finish this. I feel like I'm being extra chatty today. I hope you guys don't mind. And the next product I want to work on is a rollover from last year. And this is an eyeshadow. And this is my Anastasia eyeshadow in Birkin. This is one of my favorite warm tone transition colors that isn't too orangey. I have massive pan here and I will definitely repress it and we'll see how quickly I'm able to get through it after it's repressed. I would love to finish it by the end of this project. If I'm not able to, I will roll it over because again, this is something that I am determined to finish this year. I already have a backup, which is why I want to use it up. I absolutely love the color and it works well with so many different lid shades. And then my last eye product is a mini of the Benefit Roller Liner, liquid liner in the brown shade. And I recently used up the black shade. This is a felt tip liner. And I did like the formula, it was easy to apply, but it did run on me a little bit. So I'm a little nervous about that happening. But I think I'm really only gonna wear a brown liner in the springtime. So even if this doesn't dry out completely, I am going to call it done at the end of my project because that will be 3 months of use. I apologize if the lighting or the camera angle change. My sister's dog just came in the room, knocked over my lights and my camera, so I had to readjust. So all we have left to talk about are lip products, and I'm adding in more than I normally would into an intro, but there is a reason. So I am going to be putting a lip balm into all of my projects this year just because that is the easiest lip product to use up when we are still in these mask times. So the lip balm I will be using is this little mini Jack Black Intense Therapy Lip Balm in Natural Mint. And these don't come very full, but this is a very thick lip balm, and I don't want to underestimate the amount of product in here because I've panned these before. And if you can see, I'm right here where this SPF 25 is. I've only been using this for probably about 2 weeks so far, so I've made some good progress. And I'm at the point where it's hard to squeeze out. So I'm going to cut it, scrape out all the product and put it in a little jar and use it that way. So I do think it's possible. It might still take me a decent amount of time to get through. I'm not sure, I haven't cut it open yet. This is the main lip balm I want to use up, but in case I do finish that before my first update, I want to show you my replacement lip balm, which is the Fresh Sugar Advanced Therapy. And I did just use up 2 other fresh balms in my winter project. They're pretty easy to get through. And I will mark this one on a piece of paper as well. I've been using this a little bit. I've been trying to hold off, but I was like, Heather, you just gotta hurry up and get to filming so you can film this intro so you can start using these products. But this is what it looks like, basically brand new. I've only used this a handful of times because I haven't really wanted to make progress before I introduced it. If I can finish both of these lip balms in this project, that would be absolutely fantastic. But if I just finish the Jack Black, I'll be okay with that as well. But I think I can get through the both of them. And then for the colored lip product that I was planning to pan, it was actually going to be the Milani Keep It Full Nourishing Lip Plumper in Natural Luster. I rolled it into my winter project to get a head start on it, and I actually finished it up. So I decided to try to pan some mini glosses. And these are actually very new in my collection. I should be using something older, but I am supposed to be having my son around April 16th. So I know that once he comes, I'm not gonna be wearing colored lip products around the house. So that's why I want to try to get some minis knocked out as soon as I can. And then I already have another replacement lip product in mind. That's a clear gloss that would be easy for me to wear around him. And I'm actually adding 2 into my intro because I've been using the first product for about 12 days and I've already used up more than half of it. So that's why I'm adding in 2. So I have 2 different shades of the Ilia Balmy Gloss Tinted Lip Oil. So I have this light pink called Only You, and then this little bit of a deeper rosier color called Linger. And I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to see, I'm actually like down to right here, which is insane for using this for literally 12 days. I've been putting it on before my meetings, which is how I was going through it a little bit quicker. So I'm gonna try my best to get both of these used up in the next month and a half. So we will see how it goes, but I'm feeling pretty good about it considering how quickly I went through this one. So here are both of those glosses. So guys, those are the items that I'm gonna be working on in this spring project pan. I'm gonna use them as much as I can before my son comes because I'm sure there's gonna be a decent period of time where I'm not wanting to wear makeup at all. So I hope I'm gonna be able to finish these things or hit my goal. I want it to happen, so hopefully I won't be lazy. I will put makeup on, I'll still film videos. So we'll see what happens, but I wanna set my expectations high and make as much progress as I can in the next month. So I would love to know your thoughts on these products in the comments down below, and I would love to know what projects you are doing right now. I'm also doing a year-long project pan, a sample project pan, and the Partners in Cream project pan. And project pan videos are my favorite to watch. So if you guys have a channel and you're doing project pans, let me know in the comments and I will go check out your video. Thank you all so much for watching my video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.